First tournament was Swiss this year. But the first time we got the ski was the week before Worlds last year. I was skiing really well before Worlds. I didn't want to mess with it. You know, we got it the week before. Dave's like, hey, we're on for this schedule. It's going to be a good ski, but you know, if you end up riding it, you ride it. If you don't.
You know, I think sometimes at HO we get a little bit of flack for the fact that our athletes are riding prototypes or different molds in events. But I really believe that in order to make sure that the mold is working or the ski shape is working, you have to test in tournaments. Practice doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's when you're under stress, high pressure, different driver, that you really test what a ski is going to do at the limit. Practice isn't the same.
So John ended up riding it, skied really well, made the finals. So I'm like, wow, this is already really positive. And then after Worlds, you know, we put a lot of time into it.
We had a couple design ideas we wanted to change, mostly like tip rocker related and a little bit of bevel design work. So we cut another mold in the fall.
We got the second version before the Swiss Pro. And what surprised me was, so normally when you're skiing, you have a list of keys. It's like, okay, you got to hit this spot, this spot, this spot to make a ski work. Well, half of those keys just went away. Like the ski just did a lot of them. You know, whether it's staying connected to the handle off the wakes, whether it's trying to really roll and drive into the first wake to create enough energy to get up or get wide on the boat at the short line lengths. Like this ski did a lot of those things. So the more we can defragment and get the words out of our head and just make it automatic, then the better our scores are going to be, the more performance we're going to have.
These guys really tested, so when most people are taking the winter off and, you know, relaxing or going snow skiing or whatever, these guys were skiing. They were skiing their ass off in December and testing, and they definitely made improvements on that mold. And then just recently, we cut the version 3, which is kind of like took the bevel work and the tip rocker to the new level, and we've been riding that the last 2 weeks, and it's been pretty exciting to see John and Will ride that on the 0-1 because you can see them improving, gaining confidence, doing those things I talked about, tacking more, getting that spot in the course where few have been, and you know, taking it down the line, and right there in events. So
keep prioritizing performance, but that's Dave's role, and he does it quite a lot. So he'll do his research on materials, processes, all these different elements that get put into a ski, and he'll make an assessment. He's like, okay, this is going to be better for the ski. He'll send the skis to us, and then we will test them over time. We don't, like, I didn't realize my ski was a bioresin ski until probably today. He's like, well, why do I need to tell you? Like, the scores are there. You know, went to Swiss. I was up there with everybody. Go to the first LCQ, qualify for Masters, get to Masters, make finals. In finals, super rough, do pretty well. He's like, I didn't need to tell you because it was working. You didn't need to worry about it.
A World and a Masters are the two best testing situations to really understand what a ski's going to do. You go from Jack Travers, probably the best slalom lake in the world, right? I mean, we saw the scores at Worlds. And then the Masters, maybe not the best ski slalom lake in the world, right? Tough conditions. And that ski performed at both. And so that's a really good sign.
But that's part of the trust of the team we have. Like, Dave is a genius at that stuff. He understands materials, he understands process. If it doesn't help performance, we don't want it on the ski. I trust 100% if he's going to put on a ski, it's going to be the best thing for us to compete at the weekend.